Eat this tonight and your legs will regain strength. Even after 90, a day may come when getting up from a chair no longer feels as easy as before. At first, it seems like something small. Climbing stairs leaves you more tired, walking a few blocks feels heavier, or getting out of bed takes a little more effort. But this doesn't happen only because you are getting older. Often behind that weakness appears a silent process, the loss of muscle mass. It is a slow and discreet process. It advances little by little, and many people do not realize it until their legs no longer respond the same way. Legs are often one of the first body parts to show signs of weakness with age. When strength is lost, balance is also lost. When balance is lost, walking stops feeling safe. And when walking stops feeling safe, independence begins to diminish. A fall after a certain age can completely change someone's life. But listen to this carefully. You still have time, your body can still respond, your muscles can still get stronger, and you can start helping them today with something as simple as what you put on your plate. Moving is important, walking is important, doing gentle exercises is important, but nutrition can also become a powerful tool to protect your legs. Today, we are going to talk about 6 foods that can help your legs feel firmer, with more energy, better response, and greater endurance. They are common foods, easy to find in many Latin American countries, and probably several have already been in your kitchen many times. The detail is that many people do not use them with the correct intention, nor with the necessary frequency, nor understanding how they can support the muscles. If you want to walk with more confidence, climb stairs with less tiredness, get up with more security, and continue doing your daily activities without feeling that your legs are failing you. Join me until the end, because the most important food on this list is one of the simplest, most economical, and well-known that exist. But many imagine how valuable it can be to preserve muscle strength over the years. Before we dive in, remember that in the health guide, after 60, I gathered simple eating strategies and daily habits to care for energy, muscles, memory, circulation, and heart. The link is in the first comment and the description. Now let's get to today's content. But first, write in the comments how old you are and from which city or country you are watching us. For me, as Dr. Tomas, it is an honor to accompany you on this journey. This channel is made for real people with real stories who want to live with more strength and peace of mind. I prepared this list in progressive order, from the food that paves the way to the one I consider most complete to support leg strength. All of them contribute something important, but together they form a much more powerful strategy. Let's start with the 6th food, the sweet potato, also known as batata dulce or papa dulce. The sweet potato is not simply a side dish. For many older people, it can function as a stable energy source for muscles. And when we talk about strong legs, energy is fundamental. It's not enough to have muscles. Those muscles need fuel to walk, climb stairs, support you, and keep you standing throughout the day. There are foods that provide quick energy, but soon after leave the body tired, as if the strength suddenly turned off. The sweet potato is different. Due to its slower absorbing carbohydrates, it offers a more constant and lasting energy. That can be very useful when legs get tired quickly, when you start the day well, but by mid-afternoon no longer have the same strength, or when a short walk starts to feel longer than it really is. In addition, its orange color brings interesting nutrients. It has vitamin A, potassium, fiber, and natural compounds that support recovery. Vitamin A participates in tissue repair. Potassium helps muscles contract and relax correctly, and fiber promotes digestion, which also influences how the body utilizes nutrients. You can prepare it baked, boiled, mashed, in soups, in warm salads, or as a side dish for a main meal. The important thing is not to eat it once and forget it, but to include it regularly as part of a routine that reminds your muscles they still have fuel to keep going. Now let's move on to the 5th food, oats. Many people see oats as something too simple, almost boring, a lifelong breakfast, but precisely therein lies its strength. Sometimes the most humble foods are the ones that help the most when used well and consistently. For legs, oats can be a great ally because they provide slow energy, fiber, minerals, and a small amount of plant based protein. If your legs feel heavy during the day, if you lose strength quickly when climbing stairs, or if after normal activities you need to sit down because your body no longer holds up the same way, oats can help build a more stable energy base. As we age, the body can have more difficulty managing blood sugar and distributing energy in a balanced way. When there are sharp ups and downs, muscles also feel it. You can start with energy and end with weakness, drowsiness, or tiredness. Oats, due to their type of carbohydrate and soluble fiber, help energy be released more gradually. But oats not only provide energy, they also contain minerals like magnesium and iron. Iron helps transport oxygen, and magnesium participates in muscle relaxation, nerve function, and the prevention of spasms. If you have ever woken up with a strong calf cramp, you know how unpleasant it can be. Sometimes these cramps relate to lack of hydration, lack of minerals, excessive tension, or poor circulation. Remember, legs need blood to flow well because blood carries oxygen and nutrients. If circulation is deficient, they can feel cold, tired, heavy, or with little vitality. You can eat hot oats in the morning, mix them with fruits, use them in smoothies, prepare them with yogurt, or include them in homemade recipes. A simple cup of oats may seem like a small thing, but when it becomes part of your week, it can help the body have more stable energy. Now let's talk about the fourth food, avocado or palta, as it is called in many countries. Avocado is not just a trendy food, it is a fruit rich in healthy fats, minerals, and antioxidants that can help when the problem is not only lack of strength, but also stiffness, inflammation, and joint discomfort. Over time, many people feel their legs stiff when getting out of bed, or feel discomfort in their knees after sitting for a long time, or notice their calves tense up at night. Sometimes there isn't sharp pain, but a constant discomfort, as if the body were less willing to move. A part of that feeling can be related to low-grade chronic inflammation. It is not always noticeable, but it can affect muscles, joints, tendons, and blood vessels. Avocado contains monounsaturated fats, a type of healthy fat that helps care for the cardiovascular system and can be part of an anti-inflammatory diet. When inflammation decreases, movement usually feels more comfortable, legs can feel less stiff, joints can move with more freedom, and when moving hurts less, the person is encouraged to walk more, stretch more, and be more active. Nutrition paves the way, but movement activates it. Avocado also provides potassium, a key mineral for muscle function. It participates in the body's electrical impulses, muscle contraction, and fluid balance. When it is lacking, cramps, weakness, or that restless legs feeling can appear. Additionally, it contains vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative damage. You can eat avocado on toast, with egg, in salads, with lemon, in a main meal, or even in gentle smoothies, depending on the custom of your country. You don't need to eat large quantities. The key is to include it intelligently in adequate portions several times a week if your health and your doctor allow it. Now we come to the third food, berries. We are talking about strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and other similar fruits. They are small but have a great protective capacity. Many times when we think of muscle strength, we only think of protein. And yes, protein is important, but we also need to protect muscles from invisible wear and tear. Every day, the body faces free radicals, inflammation, oxidative stress, and small damages that accumulate. We don't see them, but we feel it when legs take longer to recover after walking, when knees wake up stiff, or when a light activity leaves us tired for longer than it should. Berries are rich in antioxidants. These antioxidants act as a protection for cells, help combat oxidative stress, and support recovery. This can be especially important after 60 because the body no longer recovers at the same speed as before. They also contain vitamin C, which participates in collagen formation. And collagen is not just for the skin. It is also important for tendons, ligaments, joints, and connective tissues. That is to say, for that whole system that helps your legs remain firm and stable. A strong muscle also needs tendons and joints to accompany it. Another important point is that berries support circulation, When blood flows better, oxygen reaches the muscles more easily, and when oxygen arrives well, more endurance appears, less fatigue, and better recovery. Additionally, these antioxidants can also support brain health. After a certain age, we don't just want strong legs, we want a clear mind, active memory, stable energy, and a body that accompanies our desire to live. You can add berries to oats in the morning, mix them with yogurt, put them in a smoothie, or eat them as fruit between meals. If they are expensive or difficult to find fresh in your country, they can often be found frozen, and they can also work very well. Before moving on to the two most important foods, if this content is helping you, like the video, subscribe to Dr. Tomas's channel, and tell me in the comments how your legs feel lately. Let's continue with the second food, salmon. Every time you get up, walk, climb a stair, or simply stand, your leg muscles work to support your entire body, but with age, the body loses some of its ability to repair and build muscle. That is why many people feel that their legs no longer have the same firmness, even if they haven't changed their routine much. Salmon is one of the most complete foods to support muscle recovery because it provides high quality protein, and protein is essential for preserving muscle. Without sufficient protein, the body can have more difficulty repairing muscle fibers that wear out with daily use. This is even more important after 60 because muscle mass loss can accelerate. But salmon does not stand out only for its protein. One of its greatest riches is omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help care for inflammation, circulation, and joint health. And when we talk about strong legs, these 3 points matter greatly. An inflamed muscle recovers worse, a stiff joint limits movement, and deficient circulation reduces the energy that reaches the legs. Omega-3s can help blood vessels remain more flexible, facilitating the transport of oxygen and nutrients. That translates into more vitality, better recovery, and less heaviness. Additionally, these healthy fats also support the nervous system. Your legs don't depend only on muscle, they also depend on the brain, nerves, and muscles communicating well. Salmon also provides B-complex vitamins, especially B12, important for energy and the nervous system. That is why it can be a help within a balanced diet. You don't need to eat salmon every day. 2 servings per week can be a good start for many people, depending on their possibilities and medical recommendations. You can prepare it grilled, baked, steamed, or use canned salmon if that's what you have on hand. If salmon is not accessible in your area, you can look for other fatty fish available in your country or talk with a health professional about omega-3 options. And remember something important. Food is the fuel, but movement is the spark that ignites that fuel. A short walk, gentle stretches, seated exercise in a chair, or lifting your heels several times a day can help those nutrients be better utilized. It's not about doing something extreme. It's about moving consistently according to your ability. And now we come to the most important food on this list, the egg. Simple, well-known, economical, and present in almost every household kitchen. Sometimes we look for complicated solutions, expensive products, or difficult formulas, and forget that some of the most powerful foods are also the simplest. The egg provides very high-quality protein and contains essential amino acids, which are like the building blocks the body uses to repair and maintain muscle tissue. With age, muscles tend to be lost faster than they are recovered. This process is known as sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. It can appear as weaker legs, slower steps, difficulty getting up, tiredness when walking, or reduced balance. And although it is common, that does not mean you should resign yourself without doing anything. The egg can be a great help because it gives the body raw material to preserve muscle. The white provides protein, and the yolk contains valuable nutrients that many people miss out on due to fear or lack of knowledge. In the yolk, there is choline, B-complex vitamins, antioxidants, and healthy fats. All of that participates in important processes for energy, nerves, and communication between muscle and brain. Choline helps the nervous system. This is key because your legs not only need strength, they need coordination. They need to respond when you take a step, when you dodge an obstacle, when you climb a curb, or when you lose your balance a little. Good communication between nerves and muscles can help you move with more confidence. The egg also provides vitamin D in small amounts, in addition to other nutrients that support bones and muscles. Vitamin D is important for strength, balance, and bone health, especially after a certain age. You don't need to eat many eggs to obtain benefits. For many people, 1 or 2 eggs a day can be part of a healthy diet, always considering their individual situation and their doctor's indications. You can prepare them boiled, scrambled, in an omelet with vegetables, in an omelet accompanied by avocado, or along with a simple meal. The most important thing is consistency. Eating an egg one day and forgetting about it for weeks does not have the same impact as including it regularly within a complete diet. Your muscles need support every day, not just when you already feel weakness, not just when pain appears. Prevention is built on small, repeated habits, and along with these foods, don't forget to move. Gentle physical activity makes everything you eat work better. Stretching your legs in the morning, walking a few minutes, doing seated exercise, getting up several times during the day, or moving your ankles while in a chair can activate circulation and awaken muscles. Nutrition prepares the ground. Movement gives it life. Let's do a quick review. Sweet potato can help you with more stable energy. Oats provide endurance, fiber, and minerals for muscle function. Avocado or palta offers healthy fats and potassium, useful for flexibility and cramps. Berries help protect cells with antioxidants and support recovery. Salmon provides protein, omega-3s, and nutrients for circulation and the nervous system. And the egg is one of the most complete foods to support strength, balance, and muscle maintenance. These 6 foods are not a magic solution. They work best as part of a system that includes nutrition, hydration, movement, rest, and consistency. Every meal in which you choose quality foods is an opportunity to give your legs better tools. Every day you walk a little, every time you do a gentle stretch, every time you choose to nourish yourself better, you are telling your body, I still want to move, I still want to stay strong, I still want to live with independence. If lately you have felt heavy legs, if it's hard for you to get up, if stairs tire you, or if you have lost confidence when walking, remember something important. Not all is lost. The body can improve when it receives what it needs. Perhaps it won't happen overnight, but with patience and irregularity, many people begin to notice small changes. Firmer steps, less tiredness, more security, and more encouragement to move. Now let's answer some frequently asked questions. Is it necessary to eat all 6 foods every day? Not necessarily. You can alternate them during the week. One day, oats with berries, another day, eggs with avocado, another day, salmon with sweet potato. The most important thing is not to do it perfectly, but to do it consistently. Can they be combined? Of course. Oats combine with berries, egg combines with avocado, salmon can be accompanied by sweet potato. A varied diet is usually more useful than relying on a single food. And what happens if I have high cholesterol, diabetes, kidney problems, another medical condition, or take medications? In that case, it is best to consult with your doctor or nutritionist before making important changes. This content is educational and aims to guide you, but every body is different. What helps one person may need adjustments for another. If you have reached this part of the video, it means you care about your health, your independence, and your quality of life. In the Health Guide, After 60, Dr. Tomas shows you in a simple way how to use everyday foods and practical habits to support your energy, your muscles, your memory, your circulation, and your general well-being. If you want to know more about it, you can tap the first link in the description. Before finishing, I want to ask you something. Which of these foods will you include this week in your meals? Write it in the comments. Perhaps your answer will motivate another person who also wants to start but still doesn't know where to begin. Stay strong, stay active, and keep moving within your possibilities. Every step counts, every meal counts, every small decision can bring you closer to a life with more security, more energy, and more freedom. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for accompanying me until the end. If this video helped you, like it, write the number 1 in the comments, and share it with family or friends who also need to care for their legs. Don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Tomas's channel and activate the bell to not miss the next videos. Take good care of yourself.